Hello, and welcome back to Dear Source, your Ascendancy Hotline, your daily dose of spiritual guidance, where we dive into real life questions, struggles, using ancient wisdom and universal principles to find clarity, peace, and alignment. Whether you're navigating relationships, inner conflict, or seeking purpose, this is a space where we honor our journey with compassion, non-judgment, and insight. Drawing from the universal laws, A Course in Miracles, the Law of One, and the Hermetic Principles, we are here to help you find answers, connect to your truth, and elevate your path to healing and growth. Let's explore today's letter and connect with the wisdom of Source. And today's letter comes to us from Tired of False Promises. It says, "Dear Source, I feel incredibly frustrated and disheartened. I've been searching for a coach who truly wants to help me grow and become the best version of myself. But all I seem to find are people making endless promises about wealth and success without ever delivering. It feels like the coaching industry is more focused on making money for themselves than actually supporting their clients. Wherever I turn, it's the same story. Coaches promising quick financial gains or life transformations, but I'm left feeling like they're more interested in bettering their own lives and bank accounts than mine. I don't know who to trust anymore or how to find someone who genuinely has my best interest at heart. How do I navigate this space and find a coach who really cares about my growth, not just their bank account? I'm feeling lost and stuck, and I'm really needing guidance on how to move forward. Sincerely, Tired of False Promises." So thank you, Tired of False Promises, for your letter. And I actually get asked this a lot, or people bring this up to me a lot. And so what a great episode to record on, because there is so much noise in the coaching and consulting space. And there's a lot to tackle here. So I think, how does Source want me to tackle this? I think the first thing that I will say where we've gotten it so wrong in the coaching and consulting space, I wouldn't say everybody. So there is definitely some incredible coaches. There's definitely some incredible consultants out there. But where I think it's gone so wrong is with the way that it is marketed, and the way that that's conveyed. And part of that starts with a flawed premise of what we deem as worthy. So if we really think about, like, why did we come here? Why did we incarnate on this planet Earth? To live our mission, to live our purpose, to step into the highest version of ourselves that we are intended to be. The only reason why we are here is to become the most divine expression of ourselves. And we also live in an egoic world in which we have created a lot of societal and 3D constructs that we deem or think are important. So, for example, one of those constructs is we have correlated money, which what really is money? Money is energy. Money was created as an energy exchange for goods and services. But part of what has gone on here is we have created a construct where we think that we're more worthy if we have more money. And the reality is we've made all these, interesting contracts, a whole bunch of things with money. It's like, if I have money, then I will be worthy. There are plenty of very, very wealthy people in accordance with money that are completely lacking in every other area. And they typically again, you can't generalize anything or anyone, but typically are in a state of lack, and there's never even enough money to fill them up. And they're also lacking in a multitude of other areas in their life where it's like, yes, you might have something in this 3D world, but that's not correlated with your self-worth. Your self-worth is knowing who you are, that you are God, eternal within the body. You are divine. You are created in the image of God. And as such, you're here to remember that and embody that and live that. And so money isn't an embodiment of the essence of who you are. And so I think part of the breaking down that we're seeing in the coaching space is that people are talking about how you can make so much money. And the reality is because they're trying to talk to you about your self-worth, but it doesn't work like that. There is no get rich quick scheme, because really finding wealth is an internal job. It's an internal tuning to your frequency to receive all that the universe has to gift you. So it's not about how much money you make. It's about the frequency you exude in order to receive that money. So most coaches aren't talking about that. They're talking about like this get rich quick, because they themselves are in that state of lack. Like, okay, I've got to attract these people. And the way that I've got to attract them is by compounding and inflating people's lack mentality. So again, what are they starting from a place of wholeness and completeness? Are they starting from a high vibrational state, or are they bringing you into their low vibrational frequency? Because there is an element here where, yeah, you can do enough work and produce a result. The reality is it's not sustainable long term, because we are here to tune in to a frequency and be and not do. So being is our highest self. Being is the actual state that we're supposed to be in. And the doer, so the individual doer, is the ego. So if I think I know better than what God has for me, that's my ego. Versus how do I tune in to who I truly am, to step into all that the universe, God himself, wants to give to me. That's really the work that we're here to do, is to tap in to the frequency. It's not about tuning into your frequency and knowing who you are. You then you're correlating that to action. So you can't not act. But if you are focused on the energetics and the root of who you are, and healing the root of who you are, then you come into alignment with the way that you are supposed to then go act in the world. And the work becomes easier because you're tuning your frequency in order to then receive what the universe is giving you, as well as you're acting in complete and total alignment with who you are. So I can speak for myself. Like, if there's things where it's like, I'm going to sign up for this coaching program and I'm going to do everything that they say. If there are things that people are giving you that are not a vibrational match for you, so going to do something that isn't a vibrational match for you because you think that earning a specific amount of money, because this person's telling me I can be to six figures in 6 months if I do these behaviors. That's simply not true, because those behaviors have to energetically align up and be an output of the natural essence of who you are. You can't just go act independently and think, I'm going to get the results I want. I watch it all the time. People can produce for a little bit and then it cycles back onto itself where that's no longer working. And that's because the starting place that you're starting from is a point of lack. It's a point of, I'm not worthy, I'm not enough. So if I sign up for this coaching program that says I'll be making six figures in 60 days, then I'll be worthy. No, you've got to heal the unworthiness. You've got to heal the core of what is perpetuating you to go into that program in order to go, does that align with me? My frequency of which I show up to do something doesn't match anybody else's frequency. So other people's marketing tactics, other people's whatever, I can't think of anything, sources giving me any other things to channel right at the moment. If those don't align with the essence of who I am, fully feel like they're coming from the authentic expression of myself. Let's say I'm an entrepreneur and I'm hiring a business coach and they're just go out and do these things and da, 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 da. And you're like, that doesn't align with me. Well, their program isn't going to work for you because it's not a vibrational match for you, because the frequency of which you're supposed to be doing something is unique to you. So are you comfortable enough in doing the work to really unpack who you are and who you're supposed to be and align all your actions with that vibrational frequency and do things that are unique to you, and not don't do this. When they're like, you don't need to be on social media creating content. If you feel like I am supposed to have a voice and I'm supposed to be saying something and putting something out there, and this is what I'm called to do, and that feels so true to who you are, then that's what you should then be doing. The secret to success is the vibrational attunement of who you are, coming into complete alignment with who you are, healing every aspect of who you are, rewiring your nervous system to integrate all those elements that are purely, truly the essence of you, and then putting that into the world. Because when you are a vibrational alignment with your authenticity, you receive that back. So when you're doing stuff because you feel like that's the way it's supposed to be done, or somebody said to do it that way, and you yourself are not in a vibrational alignment with it and you're still doing it, guess what? What people receive is the dissonance. They receive the low vibrational energetics of what you're doing. If we really tap in, so the other thing I'd really tell you, tired of false promises, is how do you tune into your discernment? How do you really tune into the truest knowingness of you? And I know all the sales tactics. I've coached sales. I know what that is, how to overcome objections. But you've got to know, does this really align with me? Does this vibrationally align up? That person feels like an energetic match to me. They have heard me. They've understood me. There is no high pressure tactics. There's no weird, okay, if you pay in full, you'll not get this, blah, 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 whatever. I mean, I've heard it all because I'm in I've been in this space, and you have to use your discernment to tap in. Like, part of our spiritual gifts is to be able to attune and read what's not being said, to read the energetics. Like, I can read when I'm really tapped in. It's like, oh, that person's desperate. Oh, that person wants to feel validated. Oh, that person needs to make money. Like, trust those instincts and also discern the point of which you're making decisions to enroll in that. Like, am I desperate? Do I feel lacking? Oh my gosh. Like, if I don't do this in the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be on the streets. Whatever is driving that underlying decision to align with somebody, you've got to really come into attunement. I'm a full believer in coaches. I work with coaches. I think we should all have teachers and guides and coaches and be working with other people to help us step into the highest and fullest expression of ourselves. I am a huge advocate for it. I think everybody needs one, maybe more, depending on what you do or, what you're trying to do. And the reality is you have to tune in to discern, what's my starting point? Like, am I high vibrational, and the next person that I'm going to be working with has to be high vibrational, and they're the ones that are going to take me to that next level in my career that God is telling me I need to pair up with this person to step into that next level? Or am I at a place where I am so desperate, I am so in need of clinging to something that, oh my God, okay, I'll try this program. It says I'm going to be wealthy in the next 90 days. I'll do 100K in 90 days and that'll solve all my problems. No, 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 it won't. Because you're in a state of lack. So going into the program, you're not going to achieve the results you want to achieve because you're going to still be in that energy. Like, until you go, I need to heal myself. I need to look at myself. It's not about these quick tactics. It's about becoming the highest expression of yourself. So is the coach focused on how do you step into the highest version of you? Or are they just giving you a regurgitated program and just do these things and it doesn't work like that. Always love posts that I see on Instagram or Facebook or wherever. And it's like, here's the secrets to being a billionaire. Like, the secrets to being a billionaire is you tapping into you. Like, you can't replicate anybody else's behavior in order to achieve the excess that is here for you. As well as I spoke to earlier, being a billionaire, like, how does that enhance your self-worth? You have to be so worthy and be in that vibration in order to receive that amount of money, because you have totally aligned with the universe for the flow of that. But again, money doesn't equate that you're successful. There's a lot of quote unquote success, like people with money that internally, in alignment with who they are not happy. I don't know, sources are not giving me better words, but you cannot use money as your yardstick of the worthiness that you are as a being. And God wants us all to be wealthy, but we all become wealthy when we remember our divinity and we start to break out of these societal constructs that we're in order to receive the wealth of the universe. there's more than enough money to go around. So the only thing that's blocking that is our own vibrational state of how we step into that. And so when I think of like, if you want to find a great coach, if you want to find somebody that's your mentor and your guide, whatever you're looking for at whatever stage of life, and you're tuning out all the get rich quick schemes because that's worked up until this point. But there's a pivot because there's also energetics going into that. In order to be in our highest vibrational frequency, we also have to be giving what we want to receive. So when I look at the coaching industry and why is it having so many challenges right now? Because I think A, people are starting to become more discerning, but then B, what's the coach that you're trying to maybe work with? What are they giving? What are they putting out into the world? Are they giving a lot in order to then receive what you then want to pay them in money? So like everything is a relationship of giving and receiving. Everything is what's the state of being from which I'm doing something, and am I receiving? You will receive back. Only what you are not giving can be lacking in any situation. Over the course of time, that holds true. So when I see coaches that I've worked with in the past completely fall off, they're no longer in the coaching space, they're not successful, they're trying to reinvent themselves, they're throwing out new product, new lines over and over and over again. It's like they've received the lesson karmically that trying to just get your money to pad their pockets, as you said, has come back to essentially become a lesson for them. But what I'm seeing many do is they're not really learning the lesson because they're trying the same old stuff that they did before, not understanding that the world's population is more discerning. They're more discerning about what they're willing to expend their energy to, AKA money, in order to receive something. And if people, it sounds like you've been taken by maybe one or multiple coaching programs, yeah, you're really skeptical. So you're not going to want to work with somebody that's trying to sell you something again. So there's a whole reinvention that is taking place within this space because we have to come correct in vibrational alignment with the universal laws of giving and receiving. Of, okay, if I truly have a gift to offer the world, how do I just offer that gift and trust that how that then aligns, I'm going to receive, and I don't actually have to use any type of manipulation tactics in order to attract the clients, as well as I'm focused on my clients' well-being. If I'm taking people's money, let's say, and it would put them in a financially very bad spot, I in good conscience wouldn't want to be taking that person's money. So there's so much in this, and I hear this a lot, and I think people are reaching a breaking point. And the other thing I'd really offer up in this conversation, being an accredited coach, following God's guidance, spending a year and a half in a very intensive, rigorous coaching and certification program, you should be looking to see, is that person well qualified to be my coach? And I'm not discrediting any other human being, but what is important and valuable to you. So if you want somebody that's dedicated their time in their craft, and it's not just like, here's a way to get rich and everybody come a coach and put a course out there and you'll become rich. It's so great. Just use your life experience to coach. How you hold sacred container for individuals to do the work that they need to do to step into the highest version of themselves is very sacred work. And there are people, also being a trained shaman, you've got to be very discerning about who you're working with. Is this a healer? And is this a healer coming from the light, positively polarized? Or is this a healer that's coming from a negative polarity and a negative charge? And the same thing comes with the coach. Like, take your time, vet people, get on the phone with somebody as many times. If they don't want to do that, that says a lot about them, because they don't know the work that they're really meant to be doing. Will they give your money back? If you don't like what they're doing, do you get to cancel at any time? Really good coaches are going to ensure that you are well taken care of. And this is an energetics game, so you've got to feel into it. How do you feel? What's that activate in you? How did I feel when I spent an hour on a call with them? Did I feel alive? Did I feel connected? Did I feel seen? Did I feel heard? How did I feel in that interaction? Is my intuition, my source, the divinity within me going, yes, this is the person you need to align with in order to step into all these next things. And that's what it really should be about. It should really be that simple. But I would start with, what's that initial motivation for you that's drawing you to either book that call with a coach that you've seen a Facebook ad for, etc. If you're doing it like, oh, I need to make money. Oh, they said I'll get rich quick if I follow their process. Really go, I need to sit with that energy and figure out why I'm so lacking. And if you want to dive into uncovering and getting to the root cause of why do I feel lacking, we are whole and complete beings. We are an emanation of God. There's nothing lacking. Your bank account is not a reflection of the quality of your soul and what God has here for you to do. We are infinite. What we have here is finite on this planet Earth. It doesn't come with us till the next realm. We live on for all time and eternity because we are an infinite being, because we are energy. And the energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So the essence of who you are is what we're here to elevate. The essence of you is what we're here to glow up and activate and put into the world. So if you ever want to spend time really unpacking and getting to the core essence of who you are, reach out to me. That's the work that I do. I also surround myself with other coaches and light workers and healers doing the same work. So if it's not me, I'm going to put you in touch with somebody that I think would really activate you and take you to the next level. So book a call with me. Let's engage. Let's have a conversation. I will make sure that I drop the link in the episode notes below. But let's just have a conversation. I'm here. I am here in service of you. So thank you again, Tired of False Promises, for your letter. I appreciate all of you joining us today for the episode of Dear Source, where we align spiritual principles with real world experiences. Remember, no matter the challenges you face, peace, clarity, and wisdom are always available when you connect with your higher self. If today's discussion resonated with you and you're seeking deeper, personalized guidance, I invite you to book a private session with me. Together, we can explore your spiritual path and unlock the answers you've been searching for. And if you're ready to connect with a like-minded spiritual community, get ready. Coming very soon, I'm assembling some of the best coaches in the industry in the world for the Ascendancy Collective in all modalities, where we can support each other in growth, healing, and ascension. You are a whole being, body, mind, and soul. And you do not need to walk this path alone. So join us and let's rise together. Until next time, trust the process, honor your truth, and stay connected with Source.